Hey guys, I just got off of I-95. I'm kind of doing a video of what it's like between the major highway to the property. So without further ado, let's spin this around. So we're going to be coming down Hollywood Boulevard heading to the beach. They're going to have two major circles. The first circle here has the City Hall. It's got some of the old school businesses along the side. But then from this circle through to the next circle is what I call, and around Federal Highway, just west of Federal Highway, is what I call the Hollywood downtown area. And that's gotten fairly trendy. There are definitely different types of shops, restaurants, a little bit of nightlife. And you're probably definitely less than 5 minutes from there.
Exit the traffic circle onto Hollywood Boulevard.
And then you'll probably be around 10 minutes to
Continue
Hollywood Beach.
Boulevard for half a mile.
So pretty convenient.
Stop it. It doesn't hurt. I made her put it on me before she put it on my dog. Yeah, no, I get it. Stop it.
All right, we're out in front of the building. It's nicely maintained, looks good, just like before. All right, I remember it now. This is the one that had the nice little lobby compared to the one we seen up the street. The one up the street's the one that didn't have the pool. And then you have your mailboxes here. And then direct access to the elevator. Again, nice view. This was the one that was right off the pool. So this is how it comes through the front door. Opens up to the living area. You get to see the agent and one of the owners. Somebody likes horses. And we'll walk to the opposite side. And then this is looking back to the open kitchen. Did you guys do the work in here or did you buy it this way?
We bought it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, this is the one that had the newer kitchen, but it has the mica top, so just a simple upgrade there. But it's nice and open. You have the nice 16-inch tiles throughout, and then it had the simple hallway here. This should be the AC Carrier, good brand, looks to be well installed. The water heater looks newer. And then we should have like a linen closet here. Yeah. And then this is the bedroom that we have. I want to come back to it. You have another little closet to the right, then you have the bathroom. And remember, this one was very convenient because it was right here at the end of the hall. Hi guys, back way out. And then again, we had a good size master. This will be the fire escape door and out to the balcony. Excuse me, this just goes out to the balcony itself. The balcony is fully screened. This is concrete, so it'll stay here. And this is the view that you have. You're going to be looking north. And this is looking back across the bedroom. And then you have the full length closet on that side. It's a little bit smaller than the others, but it's still very adequate sized. Definitely more comfortable than some of the other smaller ones we looked at. Overall, very well kept, looks to be very well maintained, just like before. We have an older panel, GE, so we're good there. And then you have a little bit of a eat-in kitchen area. It would be typically right in this spot here. And I want to spin back just to give a view of the whole room again.
Here's your storage.
All right. Do they get a little bin, or is it just kind of open? Oh, yeah, they do. All right, so you have a storage area. You'll get one of these units will be marked yours. Obviously, allow you to put some few bikes out. And we're going to take a look. The building's very nice done. Freshly painted in the last couple of years. Roof, pool's all been refinished. They've done some plumbing infrastructure. So we're going to take a look at the laundry. Oh, it's a nice sized room. Is it coin or they use?
You know, I'm not sure.
Oh, you got a QR code. Pay from your smartphone. Shot of the pool. Definitely got nice grounds, nicely pavered. Definitely looks like it's heated. You see that back over here. And the pool is elevated, so there's all parking underneath. I assume they have one assigned parking?
Yes, I'm very fortunate.
So you have street parking, everything on the north side for guests. So you have plenty of spots along there. There are 4 spots on the property.
These are the 4 guests.
These 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
These 4 right here?
Yes.
So these 4 right here. Just like I always tell you, grab the guests first and then park in your other spot when you come home later. And their spot is?
I don't know if it's the one with the dog or the Honda, but it's one of those.
Okay. So the car one or the van?
I can't remember if it's either the park one or the end one.
Okay. Oh, okay, the other one's handicapped. So either one of these 2 spots will be your assigned spot right here. All right, guys. I did get to speak at length with the seller. The husband, they've been through a lot with their previous deal. They had made plans to move. They were under contract. And basically they couldn't close on time, so they had to forfeit their escrow deposit and all the expenses that they had spent getting up to that area. So he's not happy overall. He's basically ready to wash his hands of everything. If you don't want to buy it, he's quite happy just staying put for right now. He made it pretty clear he won't give us a hard time selling at all. He understands he's under contract. He's obligated to do so. But if it comes down to that we need any kind of concessions, he's made it really clear he's not willing to negotiate. It went through inspections. Everything came out clean. The oldest thing on the property is a Carrier AC unit. You'll see in the video it actually looks pretty new and pretty good shape, but it is pretty old overall. It could last another 5 minutes, 5 days, or 5 years. But overall, I don't think that's a deal breaker at all, especially at the 115. That's the one reason he kind of agreed to that, because he knew that one item. Apparently the wife is really ODC, and it shows. The place is immaculate, and you should see that in the video. They have a large service dog. That's what the cage is for. You might be able to see that in one of the videos as well. Making sure I don't lose my signal. So that's it. I think it's a good place. I think it meets everything that you need. The building itself is well maintained. In the last 2 years, they've done all the painting. In the last 5 years, they did the roof. They did the pool in the last 2 years, and they've done all the plumbing, the sewer lines under the ground out front. So a lot of your big assessments have been done. We have the budget. We'll be able to look at it. They aren't running excessive reserves, so there will be stuff going forward. The owner says they run a tight ship. They don't want any problems or riffraffs. They want everybody to take care of and be responsible. And if the building needs something, they're going to plan accordingly and charge accordingly. So just be aware of that. Also, his ideal scenario is he believes his ideal scenario is we continue closing on time with the original contract right at that 30-day mark. And he would like to have you close and then do a post-occupancy agreement. To the outside world, it looks like a rental. To the real estate world, he's basically a paid guest. And he was thinking no more than 30 days after you close. And if he can be moved and transferred in 10 days, he'll be out in 10 days. Basically what we would do is we would, in an ideal world with a post-occupancy agreement, we go to closing. The day of closing, we'll fill out an agreement just between the parties stating there's not a lease, but you allow him to stay in the property for XYZ amount. And that amount is determined by your current mortgage, taxes, and maintenance fees. What that is per day, based on the number of days that he's there. And there will be, usually we have a small deposit held. Typically what happens is he is supposed to get a check from the title company, and we're just going to use a number of, let's say, $100,000. They will instruct the title company to withhold a security amount that we agree upon and the daily rate that we agree upon. They'll hold those funds. When he moves out, the title company will then pay you for the number of days that he was actually in the property. Now, there is a caveat in that if for some reason he doesn't honor those dates, since you don't have a real lease, there is a penalty clause. So if he agrees to 30 days and he goes over that, then the daily rate will jump up to a significant daily rate. $250 a day, $300, $500. This is all open to negotiations. He's very open, very easy guy to work with overall. He's just been through a lot, and it's cost him a lot of time and money so far, so he's kind of just snake bitten. But outside of that, he was very genuine, very straightforward, disclosing everything that he knew about the property. He's going to check with his wife to see if they're comfortable in releasing the inspection report. They may or may not be, but either way, we'll have our own if need be. So that's it. If you have questions, give me a call. At this point, I still recommend you be down here on Tuesday. All right, here we go. We're going to be going to the start of the downtown area, which is to the west, Dixie and the railroad tracks. To the east, the Young Circle. And then after that, you're a few minutes away from the beach. So you're like less than 5 minutes to the downtown area, definitely less than 10 minutes to the beach. This is both one way in here. There's an eastbound and westbound. It has a nice median here in the center. And it's got a plethora of restaurants and other types of retail, some professional. You have Latin bars, you actually have like lounges, some nightclub-ish buildings, and then you have your different restaurants. Definitely the trendiest part of Hollywood. You have a vintage movie theater, Cinema Paradiso, showing James Bond. Probably only has one theater. You got a billiards hall, smoke shop. Now the Young Circle is a big multi-use park. They have concerts. I think they even have a small amphitheater there. Definitely anything really going on with the city of Hollywood as far as like festivals and Hollywood, like Christmas shows, will all be down in this area and around the Young Circle. Now you will primarily cut around to the back roads like I did, because the traffic in here, because it's pretty popular and only one way, can kind of get a little crazy, but not bad. We got bakeries, Greek restaurants. We have an old school hotel here, like 3 stories, Ramada. You have outdoor seating. You got a nice looking Irish pub over here to our left. Indonesian restaurant. Definitely a lot of different food choices. Italian restaurant, hair studio, pizzeria, Twin Peaks, one of the national restaurant chains. And you're probably a 15-minute walk if you really just wanted to walk up here. Not far at all. Once you're in here, it's definitely a whole walking district. They're refurbishing the building here, and there's a couple high rises that have been put in around the circle itself. What you see directly in front is Young Circle. It's a large circle. They're doing some construction here to the building. We're gonna sneak out. You have a secondary street here. You have some other shops and restaurants right on the main part of it, making room for some new buildings over here. We're going to go through the whole circle itself. Let's see if we can get, well, can't really see, but there is definitely a big grass area with a small amphitheater. There's a kind of a multi-use building you see right over here to my left. Technically, in Broward, is other than Los Olas, this is probably the biggest walking area that you have. To the right here, this is Federal Highway. To the right, down that road, and you're, I don't know, 6-8 streets away, so very, very quick and easy. And then if you keep going east, you're going to go to the beach, and that'll be our second, our first left right here. You can see the sign. If you go right here, make a right, that is the direct route to the beach. Over here is the Walgreens. Used to be a Publix here, but it doesn't longer look like there's a grocery store. Over here, you're going to see a little bit more of the circle. You have some water features, kids' playground, very nice area. Oh, the Publix has moved right here to the right in this high rise you see. The Publix has moved right over here into the building that you see to my right up down here. Those units are close to $500,000 back in the day. The area in the center is actually known as Arts Park at Young Circle. This here is also condos with restaurants down below. These were all built during the last real estate boom. People used to camp out to try to score a property here back in the day. You can see there's no more big grass area in the circle itself. It's a really good size circle. And on the way out, if you want to bypass, you can take Tyler Street going west. That'll bypass the downtown area. There's a couple of those bypasses I spoke to you. And to my right at this light is US 1 if you want to head up into Dania or some of the other shops. All right, and we're going to continue out, basically completing the circle. It's a good way around. It's probably, if you straighten this out, it's probably a mile or more in length. And we're going to take the west side of Hollywood Boulevard down the downtown section, again, kind of seeing what the main drag is like. And again, if you want to avoid this, you can bypass to going west to the north side called Tyler Street. If you're coming east, you want to bypass, you can go to Harrison or Monroe. So this is the Twin Peaks. This is the national chain. And then you have a mixture of mainly smaller independent restaurants. Angus Steakhouse, paellas. These are paellas. Those are like what's the word? Ice cream, not ice cream. Frozen on a stick. I can't think of what. Icicles or something to that effect. You have a couple different restaurants. Valet, Indian cuisine. You have a little furniture store.